Welcome to Yoga for Jiu Jitsu. My name is Hannah, and today we'll be opening the hips, which will help your Jiu Jitsu technique as well as prevent injury. Let's begin in a reclined butterfly pose. Slowly lay down on your back and bring the soles of your feet together to touch. Close your eyes, place your palms in your belly, and pay attention to the rise and fall of your hands as you breathe. The breath is a strong tool to relax the body and your mind. In Jiu Jitsu, we are put into tough situations where you may start to tense up and begin to breathe quickly. If you start introducing mindfulness into your practice, you can use your breath to calm the body, allowing you to almost slow down time. This way, you'll be able to read your opponent more easily and be able to respond more efficiently. Anytime you feel yourself tensing up, let it go. Bring your awareness back to the breath, relax your body, and allow yourself to respond to the situation at hand. Slowly open your eyes and make your way to a tabletop position. Hands are firmly planted into the mat, wrists under shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale to drop your belly and lift your gaze for a cow pose. Exhale into cat, arching your spine, pressing away from the ground. Move through a few more cats and cows at your own pace, using your breath to guide your movement. After your next inhale, exhale to lift your knees and shift your hips back into a downward facing dog. Hands are firmly planted and heels are pressing towards the ground. You can start by slowly pedaling out your legs to begin to release the hamstrings and warm up your body. On your next inhale, raise your right leg and exhale to bring it into a high lunge. Rotate your back foot down, toes pointed towards the top left corner of your mat. Inhale to rise into Warrior 1 and exhale into Warrior 2. Your arms are out long, gazing over the right middle finger. If you look down at your right foot, you should be able to see your first few toes. If not, gently press your right knee towards the right. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and continue to breathe. Inhale to straighten out your right leg. Exhale, turn your hips towards the left side of your mat, feet parallel. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and exhale to bend at the hips into a wide-legged forward fold. Feel free to bend a little at the knees to get deeper into the hips. And let gravity take hold as you relax into this pose with each exhale. On your next inhale, slowly rise with a strong core. Exhale to bend into the left knee, right toes towards the ceiling into Skandasana. Feel free to place your hands on the ground for more stability and relax the muscles in your face and breathe. After your next exhale, inhale to rotate back into a high lunge, hands either side of your right foot, and exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up, and exhale to bring your left foot forward into a high lunge. Rotate your right foot down and rise into Warrior 1. Inhale and exhale into Warrior 2, gazing straight out over your left hand. Continue to relax your shoulders and feel a sense of relaxation with the intensity of this pose. Inhale to straighten out the left leg, and exhale to turn the hips to the right side of the mat. Inhale to interlace your fingers behind your back, puff up through your chest, and exhale to fold at the hips, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Let your hands fall over your head to feel an expansion across the chest and an opening in the shoulders. Relax your neck and continue to slowly hinge at the hips with every exhale. On your next inhale, release your hands and slowly rise. Bend your right knee to come into Skandasana towards the back of your mat, hands down for support if needed. Inhale into the sensations you are feeling and exhale to release into the pose. On your next inhale, come back into a high lunge towards the front of your mat and exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and exhale to bring your right knee outside of your right hand into a pigeon pose. Make sure your hips are squared towards the front of your mat. Inhale to broaden through the chest and exhale as you slowly lower down, relaxing your head on whatever feels comfortable. Notice the sensation in the hips and exhale to sink a little bit lower towards the ground. After your next inhale, make your way back into a downward facing dog to switch to the other side. Inhale your left leg up and exhale to bring it through to the pigeon pose on the left-hand side. With square hips, inhale to raise the chest and exhale to release and sink your upper body down into the mat. Relax through the shoulders and face, and sink your hips a little lower with each exhale. On your next inhale, lift up and exhale to press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look up, bend the knees, and exhale to step your feet to the outsides of your hands for a yogi squat. With bent knees and feet turned slightly out, sink into the hips. Bring your palms together and press your inner thighs away from your upper arms. Broaden through the chest with each inhale and sink into the hips with each exhale. Slowly take a seat on your mat, legs extended forward. Grounding through the sit bones, inhale to lengthen through the upper body and raise your arms. Exhale to hinge at the hips, folding forwards. Keeping a flat back and a micro bend at the knees, grab hold of wherever your hands land. It might be the shins, ankles, or the feet. Lengthen the chest with each inhale and fold forward with each exhale. And breathe into the opening of your hamstrings. Now slowly lie down on your back, bending the knees and planting the soles of your feet for a bridge pose. Feet are hip-width apart, and you should be able to touch your ankles with the tips of your fingers. Inhale as you press through all four corners of your feet. Exhale to lift the hips. Keep pressing the hips up and keep your knees parallel, relaxing the muscles in your face. Now slowly release out of bridge, hugging your knees into the chest. And gently rock side to side. Inhale to bring your knees to the left. Exhale, gaze to the right, extending the right arm. Inhale to breathe into the twist, and exhale to bring your right shoulder closer to the ground. On your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, look left with your left arm extended and breathe into the pose. Now come back to center for a happy baby. Thread your arms in between your legs to grab hold of the outsides of your feet. Keep your spine flat in the ground and draw your knees towards your armpits. Breathe as you feel a release in the lower back. Release out of happy baby. Inhale, bring your knees in for one last squeeze. And exhale to release your arms and legs straight down on the mat into Shavasana. Take up space as you begin to slowly melt into the mat with every exhale. In this pose, it's easy for the mind to begin to start racing. As this happens, gently bring your attention back to the breath. Think of these thoughts like waves coming and going on an ocean shore. You notice them, but you do not hold on to them. Return to the breath as a tool to cultivate relaxation and practice one-pointed concentration, otherwise known as meditation. Now begin to slowly move the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Inhale for a full body stretch. Exhale to curl over onto one side into a fetal position. Take a moment here to thank yourself for practicing today, for stretching and strengthening your body, as well as improving your capacity for concentration through your breath. Now slowly press up into an easy seated position with your hands at heart center. Thank you for taking your time to practice with me today. I hope you feel more open in your body and calmer in your mind. Namaste.